we're here to talk about transformation, and Honeywell has made tremendous progress in our digital transformation over the last decade. Can you walk us through that journey and what it's been like as CFO leading through all of it?
Sure. So as we've talked about in the past, I mean, we've really gone through a few stages of transformation here. And then as Darius came on, he really supported and advocated for the digital journey that we've been on for the last 7 or 8 years now. And then, of course, Vimal in the innovate and grow stage is going to have to take advantage of those things. And I talk about it really as we're at the end of the beginning of the digital transformation. We've done a lot to build the digital backbone over this time horizon. And a lot of that was a bit tops down in order to get that in place. And now we're at the place where we need to extract the value from it and moving towards, as you mentioned, things like digital operations. And we're only going to do that by engaging the workforce in a different way and creating the value from all of that investment that we've made. We've invested over $1.2 billion in our IT infrastructure over the last 7 years in particular.
So, Greg, how has your role as CFO evolved over that time period to help really lead this type of initiative?
It's actually been a really interesting journey because if you just rewind the clock a little bit, in the 2014 to 16 timeframe, I was the CFO for our automation and control solutions business, which was about half the company. And we had started our own digital transformation at that time because we thought it was relevant and important. And then when Darius decided to break ACS up and reorganize and realign the company, he asked me to take that to the enterprise level, and we started what was called Enterprise Information Management. So that was the beginning of what became Honeywell Digital and our journey towards trying to become a data-oriented organization. That was very helpful for me as I then stepped into the CFO role because I didn't need to be convinced that that was a good thing to do. I had authored the first strategic plan around that effort. And understanding in depth of what that was required to make it successful from the CFO chair was super helpful. You know, we have purview over everything that goes on in Honeywell. It all winds up in the financial statements in one way or another. So I'm very much a proponent of CFOs as transformation leaders. And so I think having that experience and the enrollment of that agenda in the CFO organization has been of great value for the company to make this successful.